Hey, what's up, guys? It is time for another episode of Reggie's Expressions. Man, I just want to tell y'all thank you so much because y'all have been showing out since your boy has been over on Podbean, man. We got away from Anchor, which, was great. I was holding it down for a while, but, I had to let it go because Joe Rogan was over there doing some shit I ain't necessarily agree with. But we here now and things are going well, and I appreciate that. We're going to do things a little bit different. I do have a special guest in the building. We have Snaxkboy from South Carolina up in here, an up and coming rapper. We are excited to be hosting this young man. He actually is going to be releasing an album here in April. April 23rd to be exact, called Boulevard. And his new single off of that album is called Ferris Wheel. So go listen. It is all on Spotify. Exactly how you see it spelled right here is how you would find him on, I said Spotify. Don't go to Spotify. Go to Apple Music, man. Go to Apple
It's
Music.
well, it's out on all major platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, Deezer, TikTok, all of that.
That's a very diplomatic answer. I like that. He buys coins. He's like, don't. I'm still on Spotify now. I know you don't like them, Reggie. I'm still over there, but they can listen to my music. I'm not gonna knock it. I appreciate you correcting me on that. So,
Apple Music got
uh,
myself. Cool.
yeah, man, that's actually where I listen. I got an iPhone, so I'm an iPhone guy. So that's. Um, so new album coming out. First single. Ferris Wheel. And we talked a little bit before the show. You said that this is volume 2. So I'm assuming this is your second album?
This is my only album that I have nobody on it besides
Okay, right. You did say that.
solo album. Applying Pressure Volume 2 is out right now.
Okay. So solo. What? So the group that you were with was named, or were you with the group, or you were just featured on their stuff, or?
Um, I wouldn't say like I have a group. I have a music label called 3 AM Records. We
Okay.
are a music and art collective of many
Okay.
arts and medias and stuff like that.
Okay. And you said it
But
was 3 a.m. Records.
yeah, 3 AM Records Incorporated. But I was doing like music with like friends, homies, co-workers, stuff like that. People that's around here that's already doing music, like putting in projects. Only reason why this one is only me because I never put out anything like other than like one first song. But this is my first like actual project that's only built around basically me
Hmm.
giving myself a shine on everything.
And I understand that. I had a co-host a couple of months ago, and stepping on your own is definitely a little bit of faith, and it can be scary. But it sounds like you're doing your thing. Like
Oh yeah.
I like the stuff that's on your first album by yourself. So tell me a little bit about who Snaxkboy is. I know you're from South Carolina, but what's some things that you would like the folks to know about you?
Um, I grew up listening to country music, believe it or not. Um,
What?
I didn't start really listening to hip hop and R&B till I was maybe like 8 years old. I
Mm-hmm.
walked home from coming home to bring in the food. BT was left on my TV from my father, and I think it was either TLC or Destiny Childs was on the screen that was getting off, and I fell in love after that. Like R&B and hip hop, BT every day. I'm getting home from school. I'm acting like turning channel 15.
Mm-hmm. So
Crazy.
we gonna talk about that. So you said, I don't know if I heard this right because my ear, I'm a little old. You said that you like country music?
Oh yeah, I still listen to country music. Still listen to country.
Really? So what was
Yeah.
it about country music that drew you in?
My mom, she works in a school environment. And
Okay.
she's been doing that like ever since I was born and beforehand. So, like being in that environment all the time, it's like the hip hop. Um, and I am
Okay.
my late 20s, so I'm I've been around for a while. I've been around for a while, so
Okay.
it was nothing but like country music that was really like appropriate to be played like
Oh,
back
that's
in
true.
those kind of
That's
schools
true.
and stuff like that.
Okay. So who was your favorite artist?
In what genre?
I'm sorry, in country music, because I'm intrigued by that. Like I don't know what to do with that information.
Uh, I think my favorite of all time back then was George Strait.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay. So he ain't one of the mainstream guys. So
uh,
you a fan? All right, George
yeah,
Strait.
George Strait. You gotta
Dang.
have Luke
Gotcha.
Bryan and stuff like that.
You know, Luke Bryan is actually from Albany, which is where I'm from in Georgia.
Oh, really?
He's from Leesburg, so which is the next city over. If you live in Leesburg, you got to go to Albany because all the big stuff is in Albany, and Albany is not a big city. So,
Oh, okay.
I actually had a chance to meet him in person. This
Oh,
is many
snap.
years ago. Ah, man, you got me thinking. And I was at a company event, and he was one of the artists that was there, and
Oh, snap.
we were supposed to be doing like selling stuff, but it ended up us just being around, just talking to folks. They fed us. It was actually super cool. He's a cool guy,
Yeah,
and that's how I found out he was from that area. So shout out
yeah,
to
Luke.
Luke Bryan.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Luke, man. Luke's pretty dope.
Okay,
I
so
remember them times riding on the dirt road, smoking Luke Bryan all night. Yeah.
so your friends didn't mess with you about that because you're a black boy. You know what I'm saying?
um, by the time that was like a thing that like everybody was gonna be like, oh, you listen to country music, stuff like
Hmm.
that. I was already into like the whole hip hop thing, trying to
Okay,
wear Air
I
Forces
gotcha.
with J's and stuff like that.
So, I mean, let's be real here. We know that country music started with black folks. So, I'm just joking about, but you know how they like to do. They like to whitewash it, and you don't really get to
Yeah,
see a lot of. So,
Darius
it's
Rucker, man,
huh?
Darius Rucker.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And then
He's from
what's his
South
name?
Carolina.
Aaron Neville. You remember him?
I heard of him.
Yeah, Aaron Neville. He's a big black artist that is in country music, and now we got Mickey Gupta. I think her name is Gupton.
I think I heard of her. Yeah.
Yeah, so she's I mean, we out here, we doing it. We create the cool, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a shock that we would have people from South Carolina or anywhere, that are black folks that are really into country music. I just wanted to mess around with you there. So um who is someone in the hip hop community that you feel, number one, that you're a fan of their work, and then you feel represents you and maybe have inspired your flow a little bit?
Andre 3000, favorite rapper all time,
Yeah.
hands down. Don't care what anybody says, and he's a great actor.
Yeah, he is. He is.
And,
He acted on one of my True Crimes. I think I can't remember the name of the acting. He played the father of one of the sons that were in the thing. I can't even think of the name. I can't
I
think of
have to
it.
check that one out, man.
So Andre 3000, yeah, he has a very unique flow. There's no one else like him out there.
I,
Um,
I would say more on I love the way he raps. I
mhm,
wouldn't really like pertain like the way that I rap be
mhm.
like his, but the way they like he tells like a whole
Story.
like 150-page book story in
Yeah, that's
like a
true.
verse, like
Hmm.
what it's like pertains to me because I love to tell a story, and I just can't not get away from it. I can tell a story.
Yeah, he's very descriptive, and he's one of the things I like about Andre 3000. From Outkast. Number one, they from Georgia, so that's one thing. Southern Cadillac playalistic music.
Yeah.
Um, but number two, just how he kind of navigates. He's not a part of the business aspect of it, and I know a few years ago he was talking about how he actually began to become very stage fright. He got very stage frightened. I don't know how to say that word.
I get what you're saying though.
Which is probably why we didn't hear as much music as we did from him. And that's unfortunate because he's been a big actor, a big, force, especially when it comes to influencing Southern music, Southern hip hop music, rap
He
music.
was he was that guy. He still is that guy, man. It's just
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like he probably never like quit doing music. He probably didn't like got them all like on one flash drive that he's like gotten like this giant safe.
Probably. Yeah, because when you're a creative, you just can't create one thing. You create multiple things, and if you don't like it, you'll abandon it. You know what I'm saying? So, so who was your favorite R&B artist? I know you said Destiny's Child and TLC was what was on the TV, but who stood out to you?
Female wise, Aaliyah.
Come on, man. Come on.
Male wise, I would have to say I was a big Chris Bryan and Usher fan. I'm not gonna lie.
Those are two big guys. Aaliyah, I am a huge fan of Aaliyah, and I love the fact that we have a little bit of a resurgence of her music. I mean, her music wasn't on streaming platforms for a long time, and then last year they decided to make it happen.
They started to go ahead and put it on there. I was like one of the first people to go ahead and download it. I called my man off.
And Chris Brown, "Run It," which is one of his biggest songs, and I absolutely loved his very first album, man. Like,
I bought that album, no lie.
Did you?
I had a copy of that album. I probably still have a copy of it in my parents' house.
I don't think I have a copy of it, but I know there was some hits. I was actually very surprised, for a kid to be 16 years old and putting out the music that he did, so that's cool. So tell me, who are your top 5 hip hop, R&B, rap artists of all times, and why? We know Andre is on there.
Andre, Aaliyah.
Okay.
That's gotta be. Gotta talk about Gucci. Can't leave Gucci.
Gucci Mane. Yeah, he done had quite the glow up the last couple years.
Are we just going on like music wise, or are we talking about like business mindset?
Whatever it is, man. Business mindset, all of it.
Oh, well, okay. I said
Gucci Mane, okay. Aaliyah.
Gotta put in the boy Hov.
Okay,
gotta put in Jay-Z because he's too smart. He gave out the blueprint most of the time.
Absolutely.
Flocka Flocka Flame. That is a smart man.
Mm-hmm.
Flocka is a smart man. And R&B wise, K-Count. K-Count's a smooth guy, man. Smooth guy.
I don't think I know him. What's his name again?
K-Count.
Oh, no. I'm going to have to look that up. I'm going to have to write that down.
Money, baby. Money, baby. Money, baby. Money, baby. Hey, you heard that? That's
no, man. That might be a South Carolina thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it got it. Hey, South Carolina, Georgia, Atlanta.
Yeah. I'm down here in Florida. So...
you gotta look them up.
I'm gonna go look at that. Look it up. I don't know. I wouldn't say that I'm a huge like music fan. Like, I do have my shit. Like, I'm a '90s guy. So the Aaliyahs, the Mary J. Blige, and those right. Those were my formative years, and that's when hip hop was really kind of growing. Yeah. But if I had to say an artist today that I like for example, I liked Ray Schwimmer, Black Beatles, when they did that.
I like them.
Yeah, and I liked it because to me that made me realize how influential rap or hip hop music is in this culture. The fact that song, the way I came in contact with Black Beatles was through the Mannequin Challenge. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Man. Yeah. So that was something that I really enjoyed. Her, who R&B, beautiful, and Tink. Is a
Tink.
Tink is good. I do like Tink. And the thing I like about her is the fact that she's well-rounded. To me, she reminds me of Prince. I think she's this generation's Prince.
I've never heard nobody compare it like that.
Well, just because Prince played all of his instruments, right? He played all his instruments. You know what I'm saying? So being artistic, that to me, to be artistic, and he was the one very early on in the the music game that was fighting for artist rights, and the fact that they create these things, and they should be compensated more. So, a lot of the blueprint that we see in terms of people getting paid, well, I mean, songwriters are still, they're still working on that, obviously. But songwriting was a huge thing. I think in like mid to late '90s, to where you saw a lot more creative stuff happening behind the scenes. So. Yeah, that's my introduction to music was freaking Patti LaBelle on my own.
Okay, okay.
Jody Watley.
I can't tell you the last time I heard that song.
Yeah, probably when they played it back in the 80s. Let's see, Aretha Franklin, when they were going through, they kind of had their second resurgence, Shaka Khan, those guys. But, my all time, like I said, was Aaliyah. I loved Mary J. Blige. I did like, a little bit of rap, Biggie Smalls.
No, wait. I do not mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
For her performance that she did at Super Bowl.
Who, Whitney Houston or who?
Mary J. Blige.
I did. I liked it. I don't know why I said Whitney Houston. I did, and to be honest, it was a vibe for real. It was one of those situations where the music that they did. This was almost over 15, 20 years ago, and it still sounds as relevant.
Like it just came out.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And I was just thinking about it when I was listening to it and watching it in real time. It's like, dang, all of these guys are now over 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Dre being 57, the oldest out of all, who's been in the game a lot longer. NWA, he also had a huge hand in influencing hip hop / rap music as well. So I thought that, her singing No More Drama was
I feel like they should have brought out Method Man.
Yeah, I think they should have, had a few more, because they had a lot to do with, Wu-Tang and all those guys too. I would love to see Wu-Tang on, on the Super Bowl. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, they did good, and I felt like that shit was black as hell. I loved it. I was like,
Yeah.
And
let's get it.
Yeah, exactly. And my buddy Corey, he was like, he put on his Facebook page, and I saw it actually happen in real time. It was somebody, some white person had, one of my friends said that this was a good Super Bowl halftime. And somebody, it was a white guy, and I want to say that specifically, because it's easy to just, if you don't like us, just say you don't like us. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Don't come up and use this language. We don't, just say it so we know who our enemies are.
Thank you.
And, the first thing I see is homeboys like, oh, I really loved when Bruce Springsteen did it. That was the best. I'm like, first of all, I don't even remember. I know who Bruce Springsteen is, right? But I don't even remember his Super Bowl. Like, what year was that? Like, when did that happen? And I don't hear nobody, and it was like, just say you don't like black music. Don't give us this ambiguous, like, come on, don't just give us this crazy ass, like, ambiguous reason that it takes nothing to big somebody up. Just say, oh, it was cool, not my thing. Just move on, so.
Or don't say nothing at all.
Like, that's just.
Whatever.
And they end up going back and forth, and it was like, okay, well, whatever. I know what this is, and ain't nobody saying nothing. So, so let's get into your first album, or not first album, but this album that's coming out, Ferris Wheel. So let's talk about Ferris Wheel. I think you say in the song, she wants me to fly to California, but I don't want to go. Right, I'm scared to fly because I don't want to die, something like that, right?
Yeah.
So tell me.
Take a trip to Cali, but I'm scared to fly.
Right. So tell me a little bit about the vision behind making that song.
Really, I was in a place. I had this girl. She's always been asking me to like hop on a plane and fly out there, but like I'm terrified of heights. I ain't never been on a plane before, and like my biggest thing is the plane just going down, or like the worst happening is just in my head and I can't get it out. It's what it is. Mm-hmm. So it's always like I'm scared to go. That's what that is. But the producer on that beat is actually my older brother, Matt Good. He produced the beat like right in front of me. We were
Okay.
supposed to do a song together, but we ended up hearing like 10 beats, didn't like any of them. He was like, I'll just do a beat right now. Did it,
Mhm.
and I had like did these bars here, did these bars there, and then I did these last bars, and he was like, that's it. Say that right there. Say that. That's what we're going off of. And that's what we went off of. And um the song is really nothing but like 8 bars long.
Mhm.
It's just like the chorus. I
Mhm.
do the chorus again for the verse, and then I do like an extra 4 bars maybe, or like 8 bars. Then I bring the hook back in, and then
Mhm.
but it's just a vibe and how it flows all the way through. So it's like
Right.
it's a whole story behind those like 12 bars right there. It tells you a whole thing. It's all about imagination, man.
Yeah, absolutely. The thing I like about what you just did is, I'm going to ask you a question based on what you just said.
Okay.
Is how technical you broke down how the song was written. That's how I know you're an artist. You know what I'm saying? Because you was like, oh,
Appreciate it.
I did this and I came up with that, and then I added 4 more bars, and it was just like I was able to see the song coming together. Like I was there with you. I was like,
Yeah. Oh, it's not.
oh, you know.
Yeah.
So explain to
Yeah.
the people who may not know. I think everybody know, but there's probably somebody over there. Just imagine that one person who lived under a rock. What is a bar? How would you explain a bar?
Okay. A bar is your is what you it's like a paragraph, a
Okay.
short paragraph. It's just like a hate me in that hand. My bad. Yeah, it's just a punchline,
Okay.
basically.
All
That's
right.
the easiest like a punchline. Yeah,
Okay.
one
So
stick.
gotcha. So you've never been on a plane. Is that
Never,
safe to say? Okay. I can understand that fear.
never even been to an airport. Like past like where you have to get out the car. I
Mhm.
ain't never been.
I can understand, and I want to ease your mind. So, if you ever go on a plane, you know that you are more likely to be in a car accident than you are to be on a plane accident. So hopefully one of these days you can, take a trip out of because there's obviously so much of the world to see, and California is a great state. You know what I'm saying? So I think that would be
I
a
hear
very
that
good
a lot.
visit. But yeah, my I remember my sister a couple years ago. She flew to Texas, never been on a plane before, and she's a few years older than I am. And I was just like, oh, tell me how it went. I've been on planes many, many times. I was in the military a few years back,
Oh,
so
really?
I
Congratulations.
thank you, thank you. We so obviously there are places that we went to that we couldn't go to in a car. That would be very
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's fast.
So, but yeah, I would love to hear that experience when you do, because when you become big, they're gonna, you gonna get a tour bus, and they're gonna have to fly you, and you're gonna be like, nah, man. They're gonna be like, we got to, you got to go over to London. We can't drive, and you're gonna have to do it. That's what I'm hoping for. I want you to be booked and blessed, and you traveling over to all places.
Thank you.
Um,
I appreciate it. But I
no
think
worries, man.
I'll probably have to slide over there on the boat or something, man.
you
We gotta
know, you
make the
know.
boat. We gotta make it work.
Somebody that when I was in the military, there's this dude that he also is afraid of flying as well, and sometimes you just never get over it, unfortunately. And what he would do was take some NyQuil before,
Okay.
so he'd be out, and he was out, and that was like a 31-hour flight, not straight. We broke it up in
Okay.
15 hours, 15, 16 hours,
Yeah.
but he was asleep most of the damn flight.
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, he don't even remember half of it. So maybe we'll get you some, super strength,
It's,
NyQuil to just be like, you know,
yeah,
um,
ain't no Shakespeare going on over
so that's cool. So, have you had a chance to go on tour at all, or is
here.
there tours on the plan for this album? Maybe.
Yes, I was offered to go on one. Be like right before the Corona thing like shut down the world back in
Yeah.
2020.
Hmm.
So like that had like stopped like a lot of things happening for like a period of time. But so when the
Hmm.
world started like opening back up, that's when like everything started back like happening more frequently. Events
Hmm.
was happening more. I was able to host shows more. I was
Okay.
able to be a part of shows more and stuff like
Hmm.
that. To answer the question about do I have a tour plan for the album, I want one plan. I don't have a plan one yet. No.
Hmm. Okay. Well, you got time, man. We got a couple months before the album comes out. So even if you do a couple cities like locally, and you'll have to keep in touch with us. I definitely would love to, big you up and make sure I support as much as possible. So
Trying to beat the Carolinas out, man.
yeah, man. Hey, that's where you got to start. Like I've only been doing this podcast thing for 2 years, right? So I like to think that we're at the ground level of it still, even though we've been out for 2 years and we do have a significant following. I still find myself like wanting to grow more and do more. But, right now I'm focusing on just doing my city right. I live in Orlando. So
But
reaching
I
out to
always
small
know when
business.
I go to Florida.
Do you? Okay. So you know what it's like down here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been in Orlando for about 9 years now, and I love it. It's a really cool place. But yeah, if you ever are here in Florida and you want to go to Universal, I got the plug. So let your boy know. Give me a good bit of time, and we can hook you up with some stuff. And
It'll be in May.
okay, all right. Oh, it'll just no. Seriously, I'll give you my number on the flip side, so we can make sure we can hook that up for you.
I appreciate that, King.
No worries, man. But yeah, it's definitely been interesting to see music over the last 5 years, or maybe a little bit more, because I feel like it's kind of transitioned into what it is today within the last 5 years. And
I like the little, like the little pumps and stuff like that. I like the little fun music. That shit's cool, man. I like that.
mhm.
I like
and
that.
that's what's happening. I was actually about to say that you know there's a lot of people out here who are doing EPs instead of doing a long length album, right? Because it gives a little bit of a taste for that big that big album. Is this the album or is this a EP for you?
This is going to be a album. I feel like EPs are like, you know what I'm saying? Like as an artist, like I can speak for myself. Like I hear this beat and I'll be like, oh, this beat's wavy. I'm about to be on like, oh, gonna do this song for only girls, boom. And
Hmm.
then like the next beat I end up hearing is
Hmm.
like a cool like wavy beat again. So I'm like, okay, there's two girl songs I got. Then like
Hmm.
now I'm in like I want to make music for all of the females. So I'm like, all right, bet. So I need to find like two more beats for this. Boom. I got a 4 song EP for nothing but the ladies and you know what I'm saying, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm smooth. I'm not
Hmm.
I ain't on no hypeness. I ain't talking about like pulling up nobody's house and blowing it up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
True.
I ain't
True.
doing
True.
all that. I'm just on some smooth vibe. I take you out on a date. I buy you
Hmm.
Victoria's Secrets. We can go eat,
Hmm.
Netflix and chill and you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. And I feel
Yeah.
like for EPs, it's for like when you want to like give them a piece of like, hey, I don't always have to be all about this hype music. I can be on some smooth type of music here. You know, so here's like
Okay.
3 or 4 songs like this. And like album is when you put your hype music, your real music, your girl music, your love music. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like all of that shit on one project. And this is what my um upcoming album would be. I think I have maybe like 2 love songs on there, if not even
Hmm.
like probably one. Because I'm known for making like love music stuff like
Hmm.
that.
It's funny that you say that, and I'm glad you said that because I did notice, a few of the songs that I listened to were songs that kind of incorporated that, that female or that, the lover in it. And I actually like the fact that it wasn't as vulgar as we know hip hop and rap can be at times. So I appreciate that. That was something that drew me in. Because we know that lyrics can be a little bit misogynistic sometimes,
Right.
and you don't
Yeah.
have to be vulgar to get your point across. You know what I'm saying? And that shows in your music. Now, do you freestyle or do
Uh,
you write to the
I I
music?
I would feel like technically and all like technicalities, everything is freestyle until
Hmm.
like you really like put it down and memorize it
Okay.
type.
Sure. Sure.
Because like normally how I would like put a song together, I would play the beat, I hear the song, I'm like, okay, sounds cool. I'll do it like this. So I'll put like 2 or 3 bars down. Then I'll be like, okay, now I got these 2 bars. Now I need to come up with the next two to have a
Hmm.
full set of four. Then I'll come up with like a whole nother four set type of, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Then I'll place it all together. Then I have like so it's technically like I just made the whole thing up on the spot, but I had to like put it all down so I can
Right.
remember it.
That makes sense.
Kind of both. But
Yeah.
like I don't normally just be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Boom,
Hey
fuck,
yo.
hit
Hey
play.
yo.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, I
My
don't
mic
do that.
sounds nice. Hey yo.
Yeah, yeah. I I don't normally do that unless I'm like intoxicated or something. I'm just
I
like, yeah,
gotcha.
let's get it, let's do it. I
Okay.
got time today. But
I gotcha.
gives me
Now,
time.
so what's the biggest audience you've done so far?
Um, I have performed for a homecoming in my hometown. That was like over 200 people.
Ooh.
So yeah, and I brought actually I brought Helix out with me, and we sang a
Okay.
song.
Okay. So what was going through your mind when you booked the show, and then what was on your mind when you actually got to the stage and you saw everybody?
Um, I was cool until like everybody started coming. I'm like, damn, it's a lot of people. I'm like, it is what it is. I expect to be in front of like this times 10 one day, so fuck it. I just gotta do it. So, but like
Hmm.
my main thing was like turn up, just be hyped, turn up.
Right.
But, but like me, normally when I perform, I'm not like super hype. I ain't doing all like the hyping around, snatching off my shirt stuff. I'm
Hmm.
not doing that. I'm like more really like chilling, vibing, moving with the
Hmm.
music, eye contact with everybody in the crowd. I try to
Hmm.
like do a lot of like hands on, you know, a lot of my shows like it be a lot of females in the front row, so like I'll like hold a hand or something, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Do
Hmm.
some smooth suave type of things, man.
Hmm. Okay.
But like, oh yeah, I ain't really too much on like doing like flips and stuff on stage and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Ain't really jumping all in the crowd. Like, I feel like I'm a little bit too player for that, you know?
Yeah. And Drake, he, broke his knee his
Oh,
first, I think, two tours. He had to have surgery on that, hopping around on the stage. So, I understand, man.
I'm
you,
cool.
you know? What do you think? Well, let's talk a little bit more about the album. What is your favorite song off the album? I know you only released Ferris Wheel, but what's your favorite song if you had to pick one?
My favorite song off the album, as of right now, I would have to say, ooh, that's hard. It might
All
be
of them. He like them all, y'all. Go get the
I
album and
give the
find
top
out.
three. I give the top three.
Okay. Okay.
Ferris Wheel, of course. That's like one of my favorite songs ever done.
Mm-hmm.
98 Cadillac. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's on like some more like some hip hop wavy type of groove. And Blessed.
Okay.
Blessed is like on like some okay, it's time to turn up. It's time to,
Okay. And
so
what's Blessed about?
Blessed is about basically me just like last week I was on their ass. Now it's
Okay.
like the first bar. That's like the first thing you hear. First,
So you letting them know, like,
let
this
them
is what you're going to get right off the bat.
this
I
is what
understand.
it is. No more playing. When the
Uh-huh.
album drops, everybody better stay tuned. Prices are going up. Have you seen that video? Oh, they say the price today is
Yeah.
not the price yesterday.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what it is
Yesterday's
when the album
price is
drops.
not today's price
There it
with
is. There it is.
yeah, Fat Joe. I
There
understand.
it is. Yeah.
And the interesting thing about that is, that actually makes me think of a thought that I heard earlier. Prices are going up, and a lot of times people don't want to give you what you're worth. They want to give you what they think you're worth.
Gotta know it,
And
man.
right. And for me, I also, not only do I do this, I also do a little bit of advertising, social media, managing for other, small businesses that I have here.
Right.
And, I was sitting down talking to one of my clients and he was like, so what do you need? They're like, I mean, what that means, right? And I had a problem with trying to tell him, like, I knew what he was asking, but I was scared to say. So he gave me what he thought
Yep.
I needed.
And
And
then
I
like
was
you be
still
like,
grateful.
you be like, I feel like I'm a little bit worth more than this,
Right.
or but should I say
Yes.
it? Yeah, I know how it feels.
That's exactly it. And it was just like, God. And it's about, knowing your worth and feeling comfortable with yourself to ask for what you are worth. And the worst thing they can say is, oh, no, that's too
No,
much. I can't do it.
exactly. And then be like, well, what can you afford?
There
What
you
can you
go.
do?
That's
And
it.
I would be
So,
willing to work. Mark your price first and let them, and then you come down from what you want to do.
did
Never
y'all hear
let them
that?
bring it.
Y'all hear that, Jim? Mark your price first
Mark
and
your price.
then let them tell you, I didn't even know.
Your price
Seriously.
first.
And the worst thing they can do is say no. So that's it.
On to the next.
So you did say that your brother, produced. He produced a lot of your music or some of the cuts on the album.
No, he only produced one song on my album. He engineered and mastered one song very
Okay.
well. A lot of the beats were done by a hometown guy named Tutilla Production, so
Okay.
check him out. He's
Okay.
pretty dope. He had recorded and mastered my whole album.
Nice.
I
Nice.
recorded maybe two songs myself, mixed and mastered those myself.
Look
Um,
at you. Okay.
yeah, yeah. Uh, I think that's really it. I got a few beats from like some outside people,
Mm-hmm.
on the album, stuff like that. Be in tune for a deluxe part of the album that will be with everybody who I would have put on the album on the
Okay.
song.
Okay.
So that's gonna be dope.
All right, I'm excited for you, man. It's rare that you get a chance to see people, who are doing the work to get to where they get. Because a lot of times, by the time we see our artists on TV, they've gone through so much development, in terms of doing this, and they've gotten from their old team. Now they got new people,
Yeah,
or whatever the case may be, or they've changed record labels. And when we see them, it's refined,
yeah,
So I'm grateful that I can be a part of the grassroots. I don't want to say by any means you're definitely not an amateur because I listen to your stuff. It sounds great. You know what I'm
hey,
saying? It is
I was
not
listening.
amateur at all.
I was playing the game earlier, and I was playing like all of my old music and stuff on like Apple Music and stuff. I was listening to that shit. I was like, man, if I could, I would have never put that out and been waiting for this album to. But but at the same time though, I'm kind of glad that I put it out in like a hurry. I wasn't so people could like hear my music from like 2019 and like
Hmm.
hear like the growth projects that I
Right.
over time. Cause like once my album drops, like I'm gonna have like hard copies, pamphlets that come with the album,
Hmm.
uh, autograph posters going out. Autograph
Hmm.
posters gonna be something serious in like the next like 3 4 years. So you
Yeah.
probably got to get one of those while I got them.
Right.
Um, it's just a lot that I put into this album to make it
Hmm.
like the way that it needs to be. I feel like that I haven't made a project that I really went off 110% into this
Hmm.
album because
Hmm.
I only really had to like worry about like how I would sound on my own
Right.
project. This is my only
Hmm.
project that I ever made that was like strictly me
Hmm.
with no features. Solo, dolo. Shout out to my team, Bit 3 AM though.
Okay, big 3 a.m. Absolutely. And that I said the same thing initially about my podcast. Like the shit that I was man, you hear the hits
Hell yeah.
from the recording, and you hear like the dog barking, and you got the dog over here. I'm talking to the dog. We go sit down somewhere. You know, and it was in my living room. The I didn't have this ring light, so I was embarrassed, but I was like, man, I don't really want nobody to go back and listen to that. But at the end of the day, it's like what you said. It's about the growth
Right.
aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody comes in a pro, and even the ones that can claim themselves are pros, had to refine that many, many different times before they actually put it out. So, it's okay to show that journey, and you might be surprised. I'm pretty sure you already know this. The amount of people that fuck with you because of the stuff from the past. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, it's crazy because like I had seen like my like pop music on Apple right now, and
Hmm.
Ferris Wheel is the first song, so that's great to me because Before I'm Buried has been up there, been number one for like a while.
Nice,
It's been up there for a while.
nice.
It's like my number one spot, and that is the song that I'm just on. So I'm like, finally, a song of mine by myself is like my top song.
Right. I
So
gotcha.
dope.
So yeah, man, like I honestly and truly, you know, um, had no expectations, when I came into this conversation with you, other than just getting to know you as a person. But what I left here hearing is that you got it, man. Like it's you ready, and I feel like it's going to take a little bit of blood, sweat, and tears to make it happen, as it always does. But I think you're on the right path, and I definitely am looking forward to seeing what you do next. So, do you see yourself getting more into the entertainment industry? And you did say something about art too, right? With
Yeah,
3 a.m.
yeah. 3 a.m. is basically like a art collective. Like
Hmm.
of many aspects. I got people who do web designs. I got
Okay.
people that
Okay.
are like hosting events for me now.
Hmm.
So I don't have to be the one that's always like going out there being in front of everybody hosting. I got people that have their clothing brands. I have a
Hmm.
clothing brand of my own. uh I got people that do photography at 3 a.m. Videography. I'm working on trying to have people that do like interviews. I'm trying to work on have like on go like camera person that comes like everywhere that like a 3 a.m. person is there, so we can
Hmm.
start like doing like our blogs and stuff like that,
Right.
vlogs, whatever you want to call
Hmm.
them. And yeah, man, like I'm trying to like expand 3 a.m. more on be known more than only for the music. Like
Not not trying. You doing it, man. Like you got a full staff over there. That's
yeah,
great. That's awesome. I'm glad I asked that question because it was something that you said and I didn't catch on it initially. And then I remember I was like, he said art. So you have a whole team of folks. So that's great. That's you got a multitude of things that you can focus on that can really take you in a direction. So I like that.
exactly.
That's good.
And by the end of the year, I'm trying to get into my acting bag more. I've been
Hmm.
really like trying to push it to the side for like the past 2 years, but I think
Hmm.
after this album comes out and like I push this like heavy for the rest of the year, I
Hmm.
think I will be able to do what I need to do with my album and music for a while to like put like a little break on it so I can get into a whole new aspect, a whole new life, a new bag, and
Hmm.
like meet new people, bring new people to my team, keep building on my
Absolutely.
team. My team makes me me. So
Right, absolutely. That's shout out to that. You not only are you creating an opportunity for yourselves, you're creating opportunities for others as well. And that's what it's about, really. Not only engaging and inspiring the people that you want to reach, but people that are directly responsible for, or influenced for, or influenced by. So shout out to you on that. That's what I'm trying to do with my notary business and all that other stuff. But I will tell y'all, it ain't for the faint of hearts. Doing this, it is not
yeah.
easy. You know what I'm saying? To get up and
Like,
be like, dang, I got to do 17 interviews and all
long
this work.
days, long nights.
So
Really.
but yeah, man. So um, I really appreciate you coming to the conversation here, man. It has been awesome. You
I appreciate
definitely have no worries, man. You've gained a fan for sure. Uh,
it.
And if I ever am in the South Carolina area, I will make sure that I hit you up. And you already got an open invitation for when you come down to Florida. If you want to go to Universal, let us know. We'll hook you up because I got a plug. So
bet, man, bet.
no worries. So before I do want you to hang here once we go off. I'm just gonna do a little outro real quick. So
okay, cool.
All right, guys. So thank you. That has been another episode of Reggie's Expressions. Again, we got Boulevard coming out April 23rd, 2022 from Snaxkboy. And you can go and listen to all of his songs. Ferris Wheel is the first single out on that album. Him doing his own thing by himself. And you got to go listen to the other stuff too, man. It's quite the journey and you're going to love it, right? So as I always say, you guys, have an important role in my life here is, supporting what, a young black boy does. I am in no way, shape, or form asking for money. What I am asking for is your support. Long story short, the more you support, that means the more people are going to be able to come in and actually be invited to the party as well. So if you can, go and support us by leaving a 5-star comment on Apple, any of the places that you get your pods casted. You can find your boy on Stitcher also. Dietzer, I'm on there too. iHeartRadio, yep, on there. I'm just not on Anchor and Spotify, so don't look for me on there. But, it gives me an opportunity to do what I intended to do with making my mom proud. She's no longer here, but I'm her voice, and I'm here to, make sure her legacy lives on. So with that being said, guys, it's been Reggie's Expressions. I appreciate you. You can find us on all social media platforms. Reggie, REGGEE, 'S, Expressions on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram, REGGEES_expressions on Instagram. Oh, tell them where they can find you, Snaxkboy.
Oh, you can find me out music-wise on all major platforms: Apple Music, Spotify, Deezer, YouTube, Amazon Music, all that at snaxkboy.boule. Snaxkboy, one word with an X, no C. Boule, BOULE. On Instagram, I am Snaxkboy, SNAXKBOY. Follow me. Shout out to the whole 3AM Records, man. We got so much stuff in store. We got upcoming shows up here in Greenville, South Carolina. Make sure y'all are here for them. Make sure if y'all want to tap in for them, hit up me, hit up my team. We can get with it. Oh, yeah, and it's free feature Friday and free feature February for the rest of the month. So tap in with me.
All right, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks. It's been another episode of Reggie's Expressions. See you soon.